Hi, good evening. Let's start. Good evening and welcome to Mumbai Express Part 2. We are trying this new format this time, an elevator pitch. And the reason is to introduce as many members as possible as early as possible. We have a huge repository of talent and experience, and we are proud of each and every one of you. So we will have longer sessions with the members later on. There are members who are keen on having sessions with us. We will do that later on. I have 3 minutes as well. So it happens to be my parents' wedding anniversary today. So it's all about relationship. I have not had the opportunity to meet a lot of you in person, but the warmth and the support from all of you have been overwhelming. When you work with passion and you have the right audience, it's always a pleasure to slog it out. So thank you, members, for all the positivity, and we need to continue this in the years to come. Thanks to the support from all the past chairs, I'm not naming anyone, but you know who you are, for helping with webinars, suggestions and ideas, taking on new projects, connecting me to research partners, sending a heart once in a while, lending your shoulder for a cry, and of course, for pulling me up while I'm not following the protocol or I send a mediocre invite. But I also get a pat on my back for the good job done. So thank you very much, and we need your support as well. When your team buys into your idea and your deputy is totally clued in, I think it's the best way to take it forward. The support beyond the call of duty is unbelievable. The thought that I can get a solution with one call at 2 a.m. is very comforting. So by the way, the secret is I get up at 3 a.m. and Lubaina goes to bed at 3 a.m. So we ensure that we work 24/7. For this session, I must thank Neela Parekh for getting all the confirmation and profiles put together, despite the bad Wi-Fi at Alibag. So thank you, Neela. And also Ambika, we just reached out to her and she beautifully got all the individual creatives done in less than 10 minutes. So thank you so much. I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about a few of the new members who've been pretty proactive over the last month or so, and they've getting involved in some of the projects. So entrepreneurship, we are having a project called Thinkathon that is more like a hackathon to identify solutions for problem statements. We have Upasana Batra and Sonali Khanna working with us on that. In terms of the environment, we have Neeti Singhi working on a project called the Table Project. This is a part of the team. I'm just talking about the new members and very happy to have their collaboration. And we're also going to roll out a workshop series for entrepreneurs, and Archana Khosla has volunteered to do that bit as well. As far as this session is concerned, each member will be given 3 minutes to share about their professional or personal journey. And we've requested them to make it as creative as possible because we have a lot of them, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. We will go in an alphabetical order. However, we will start with our past chairs. We will start with Bela Rajan, followed by Sucheta Shah. But before Bela takes over, we have a little surprise by Karishma Wadhwa. I didn't know about this hidden talent of hers till last evening. So Karishma, over to you.
Well, I didn't know about it myself too. It is just a flow of thought. It's no professional effort.
Yeah.
So to just kickstart this evening, मालू लुबाइना और उनकी टीम के संग आज की शाम मुंबई एक्सप्रेस के नाम फिकी फ्लो का परिवार, आइए जरा जाने इन्हें इस बार। कुछ विज्ञापन बनाते हैं, कुछ दूसरों की उलझनें सुलझाते हैं, कुछ तो रंग बिरंगी चाय भी पिलाते हैं और कुछ देश विदेश की सैर कराते हैं, कुछ सजते और सजाते हैं और कुछ रंग भर जाते हैं। हर एक की है एक अलग कहानी, हर एक की है एक अलग पहचान। आइए इस शाम सुने इन्हीं की ज़बानी। That's it from my end. Over to you, Malu.
Fabulous, fabulous. So much. You should do this before every event now, Karishma.
Oh. Let's see.
That's a fabulous way to start. So thank you so much. And I'm going to hand over to Bela to set the ball rolling. Bela, all yours.
Hey, hi. Hi. Congratulations, Khushbu, right? What's her name?
Yeah.
And Karishma.
Yeah.
Karishma, okay. Lovely, Karishma. You have put together a very nice, should I say, poetry. And thanks, Malu, for this elevator speech, which I'm sure that now I have a captive audience for 3 full minutes. And friends, let me share a secret with you. I live on the 22nd floor and I have taken a lift which stops at every floor. That gives me some time to tell you my story. I am Belaben Rajan. Does that say it all? Well, I am a Guju and an Iyengar. No, not by birth, but by marriage. I love my dal dokli and can't resist the kolambushadam, that sambar rice for you. On professional front, I am the promoter director of Ketchum Sampark, which is among the top 10 PR firms in India. We are an affiliate to Omnicom, which is a communication major with $20 billion listed on NYSE. Ketchum Sampark not only build brands and create categories in the last 26 plus years, but it has also retained clients. That's okay as far as Ketchum is concerned. But what can Flow do for me? Well, how can Flow help me? I'm looking at Flow for opportunities which will help me build long-lasting relationship with all of you, have a healthy exchange of ideas which will enlarge and enrich my vision. Besides, of course, the networking opportunities with mutual benefits with many of you who are in complementary business. But all this is fine. What can I do for Flow? How can I help Flow? I can surely make dal dokli and undiu and rasam rice for Flow. And I'm sure my sambandhis and my husband will vouch for it. Anyway, on professional front, I have reached a stage where our consultancy is on an autopilot mode. I'd like to spend some part of my time in nation building and giving back to society. I strongly believe that Flow has the potential to be positioned as the go-to brand for everything related to nation building and women empowerment. As a chapter chair of Mumbai in 2010-11, I had initiated a project which was most satisfying, providing sanitation facilities for girls in schools from rural areas. The project was such a success that each incoming chapter chair ensured and bettered the facilities for girls in schools who were dropping out from studying further. Currently, as a member of National Governing Board, I'm excited by the opportunity to be a part of this team, which could help incubate and nurture many such projects, which could further enhance the perception of Flow. Additionally, I'm happy to share my experience and expertise in brand building and on advising Flow on various activities. Friends, do drop in for a filter coffee or a doodh pak chai on the 22nd floor. But let me confess that I live on the 12th floor. Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Bella. Filter coffee in the monsoon season, yes, who doesn't want it? So thank you so much. That was lovely.
Welcome.
Thanks. Sucheta, please unmute yourself, Suchi.
So thank you, Malu. A big hello to all the Flow members. Now about me, my business journey started in 1994 when I took up the National Stock Exchange membership and then kept growing and adding to my business a vertical every year. So today my company, Atlas Integrated Finance Limited, covers a gamut of financial services all together to add to it. And if you require, there is a 25 years of portfolio service management which will do. But you must know this, that I was a first-hand entrepreneur and had no family background of finance and had a lot of struggle to keep up with my net worth requirements and to even establish myself as a trusted company. So this is what inspired me to when I was the chairperson of Flow Mumbai in 2011-12 to start Swayam, a support cell for women entrepreneurs. And this, in fact, when I became a national governing body member, I could take it up at the national level, and it was extended to all the chapters. And not only this, even our parent body FICCI appreciated this. And today I am the chairperson of the FICCI Maharashtra MSME segment. Through this, we conduct a lot of workshops on MSMEs, all types. So whichever, I can keep sharing it with you all, and you all can join it. So I was fortunate that the parent company FICCI also appreciated it. In addition to all the above, I'm also an independent director on various boards, such as Tata Housing and a few listed companies like Giant Agro and Indian Hume Pipe Company. Now, coming to what Flow can do, Flow has already given me much more than I can ask for. I'm a proud member of Flow since 2003, and it is a platform where you can really achieve your dreams. And let me tell you, it also teaches you what you don't know. I never knew what is fashion. My idea, all my friends can vouch for me that I didn't know which dress would go with what jewelry. But in my year, I started Trends, which was one of the best fashion exhibition. And it not only was our fundraiser for Flow projects, but it also helped a lot of women entrepreneurs. Now, what I can do for Flow, I'm available anytime, you know my strengths, but I'm going to end as to what I can do for Flow members on a lighter note. I pray from my heart that you all do flourish in your businesses. And in case you have any problems, you can come to me, you can approach me, I can help you. I have the MSME department contacts, the government contacts, I can connect you, try and connect you and work on your funding requirements. And I hope once you make your surpluses and when you want to invest, but there will be no charge for all the MSME consultants. But once you make your surpluses and you want to invest, I can guide you to grow your wealth, but there'll be a small advisory fee. So this is what I can do. And before I end, I want to thank a few people in my Flow journey. First, Vinita Bimbet, because she is solely responsible for my upward graph and flow. Then would be Neelam Miglani, who headed Trends and the committee, like Malti Jain, Ujjwala Singhania, Minali, Hita Tolia, who have all been a great help with and Renu Kapoor, of course, who introduced me to Flow. And I would also like to thank Kiran for giving me the right perspective, and most importantly, Bela, because Bela, I'm always following you. 2003, you become a member. I joined after you. 2010-11, you became the chairperson. I became after you. Today also, I spoke after you. So I'm following you. So that's it. I would like to end on that. Thank you, Balu.
Thanks, Suchi. Suchita is also a great dancer, and watch out for a big program on MSME this year. That's what she's promised for Flow as well. Yes, Suchi? Thank you so much. So now we go alphabetically. So we will start with Ambika Surekha.
Thank you, Malu.
Surekha, Ambika Gupta. How do we address you?
No, let it just be Ambika, because the Gupta is in the middle to, cancel the confusion that people think my name is Surekha as well. My surname is very confusing.
Okay.
Let's just stick to Ambika. It's so nice to be back here. It feels like I'm back home, because I know most of you all here. But for the people who don't recognize me from what I used to look like before I got married, this is Ambika Gupta Surekha. I'm the creative head for Advika Designs. And I just feel very happy to be back here, because these are my peers who I can meet here today after a very, very long sabbatical. I think that I've taken has probably been 6 years. Malu, Neelam auntie, Sucheta, Bela, Vinita auntie, everybody is here. I'm so happy to see all of you all. So to start with, my journey as a creative head for my company, Advika Designs, started with a basic notepad like this. I had been approached by somebody to design personalized stationery for them. And it was like I started designing with basic notepads for them. And then there was no looking back actually from there ever, from designing stationery for children to organizing birthday events, for designing crockery, melamine crockery for Big Bazaar, to working with De Beers on brand launches. I mean, I've been there, I've done it all. And my life was my work, my office, till I got married, and I have a very small daughter now who's 4, who's my inspiration behind the next step that I'd like to take. Which is we are getting into the educational field for designing school projects and educational worksheets for kids and stuff that we do for toddler age group. How did I became a member in FICCI in 2009, and I was the past chairperson for the youth wing of WildFlow in 2013-14. And yeah, so there's no looking back as to what I could have done. It was really nice. This is my business background into creative field. And as to what Flow has done for me, rather, I would like to say, is I found a throwback picture of myself. This is when I was in swearing in ceremony, Malu. I think Neelam auntie was there, Vinita auntie was there. This is me back then. And this is not how I looked when I became the chairperson. And I think Vinita auntie will really recognize this picture, because she and Neelam auntie were two people who really helped me groom me into a leader. Basically, that's what Flow did for me. It helped me groom into a leader to help you in all aspects. It helps you in your business. It helped me in my work. It helped me lead the youth wing of Flow for that whole year. The support that I got from Flow, it was really amazing, and it groomed my whole personality, and it took me to places. I met people who I wouldn't have probably met otherwise. And as for Flow, what I could do for Flow, I think I'm already working with Malu on the youth vertical, Malu. And we're trying to get more youth involved in our projects. And we've made a youth wing, and it'd be really nice if everybody could, recommend more people. And it's nice, we want to get more young blood in the group. And it's been good. I mean, yeah, I'm of course from a creative background, and whatever, I've been helping Malu design stuff. So yeah, we're getting there. That's pretty much what we're into right now, working together. Thank you so much, Malu. Thank you. That's pretty much. I'm short and sweet, no 3 minutes.
Thanks, Ambika. Nice to see a WildFlow coming into Flow. That's a good transition, and lovely to have you back.
Thank you, Malu. Thank you so much.
Ami?
Yeah. Hi, good evening, friends. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, first of all, Malu and Team Flow, thanks a lot for giving us this platform to share our journeys with each other. So a little bit about my journey. Say around 20 years back, my husband Sanjay started Group Landmark, which was an automobile dealership. He just started with one automobile dealership selling Honda cars. And over the years, it has grown to be one of the largest automobile dealership chain in India. So pan India, we have around 95 facilities selling Honda, Mercedes, Jeep, Renault, and VW cars. We are also amongst the largest, one of the largest insurance brokers in India. I think.
Ami, just one sec. Can you all
Yeah,
put
there's
yourself on mute, please? Thank you.
I've done it, Malu. Continue, Ami.
Yeah. I'm still getting the voice in the background.
I think it's Maitri Jhaveri. Her
I just
mic
muted
keeps muting.
her, Vinita. I just muted
No,
her.
she's been unmuting it, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So actually she is my Ahmedabad partner. Okay. So okay. So so as I was saying that being a nature lover, it always pained me to see the concretization of our cities and what I call the green-gray ratio, which was getting very warped. So this is when we decided as a automobile dealership chain to step in and offset our carbon footprints that we were generating. So today, being on the board of Landmark and overseeing the CSR activities, I'm really happy and humble to say that in the past 5 years, we have planted 52,000 trees in Gujarat and still counting. So that is about Landmark. Now, while I inherited my love for nature from my mother, it was my mother-in-law who instilled in me a sense of appreciation for fine arts and crafts and a sense of aesthetics. So that is how I joined a very dear friend of mine, Hina Jhaveri, who is also a Flow member, as a partner in Urnish Jewelers. So this is, we have 2 stores in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, and the Ahmedabad store is run by another dear friend, Maitri. I think she's also logged in here today to hear us out. Basically, we manufacture and design fine diamond and Jadao jewelry, which is all done in-house. But our real strength lies in customized and bespoke jewelry, with a special attention to detail, design, and craftsmanship. And I must say that in the lockdown, we have undertaken a new initiative of remodeling old jewelry. So a lot of us have a lot of old jewelry lying in our lockers and in our houses, which is of great sentimental value, but which is, the design doesn't appeal to us anymore. So like for instance, this was a brooch which was gifted to me by my mother-in-law, which I was obviously not going to use as a brooch. So we just redesigned the top part and made this attachment, strung it in rubies, and there I have a statement neck piece. So, and the same thing for this ring, the finger ring, which was just a gold guinea coin. We infused it with an elegant diamond design on the top, and I got a nice cocktail ring for myself. So basically the idea is to not to dismantle old jewelry or melt it away, but to add to its value and also make it more wearable. And as for my association with Flow, well, I became a member of Flow in 2014, thanks to Sucheta again, again a very dear friend of mine. And so Flow has been really instrumental in connecting me with a lot of people. Like we have Urnish as well as Landmark have successfully collaborated with Flow in the past. Like thanks to Renu Kapoor and Sucheta, we also connected with Flow Ahmedabad way back in 2014 and hosted a very successful event. Thereafter also we have had a lot of events at a jewelry store with the Flow Ahmedabad chapter. Coming to Mumbai, last year Anu also hosted a networking windows event at the Jeep dealership in Worli. So this is what I want to tell all of you, that should you all wish to host similar events in the future at our premises, please, future meaning when times are better, when times are safer, please feel free to reach out and I shall be very happy to collaborate with Flow. This year I've also volunteered to be a part of the social sector committee, and I look forward to committing my time and effort to the projects it undertakes, especially relating to environment and education for the underprivileged. So here's a little secret which not many people know. So where the education comes in is that I was also basically I'm a qualified preschool teacher. So I used to run my own school years back at Walkeshwar for 10 years, and I had to give it up. And then I got into jewelry and the other things. And as for Flow, what can Flow do for me? Again, as Sucheta said, Flow has done a lot for us in connecting us with people. And Malu, this trend that you have started of making us connect with the other members is fantastic. I do hope it continues, because somewhere someone said that when women support each other, incredible things happen. So here's to some incredible times with Flow.
Yes, thanks, Ami.
Thank you. Thank you.
Inspirational. Thank you so much. Bela Shah?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Malu. Very good evening to all the girls out here. We're going to start off with a quick, interesting quiz where I'm going to give you a cue and you're going to guess, and probably you can type down the answers in the chat box given below. So what I am going to talk about is a woman feels incomplete without this. Most of the women love it. Third is that it enhances the diva in all of us. Can we have the chat box flowing? I need to check if there are any takers for this. Well, so maybe you're not able to guess the answer.
Repeat the question.
The cue is that we all women love it, and we all this enhances the diva in all of us, and a woman feels incomplete without this. Yes, I do see the chat box overflowing. The first one to get the answer right is Renu Kapoor. Thank you, Renu. That's what I'm looking out for. The correct answer, what I was looking out for, was semi-precious jewelry. Let me start introducing myself. My name is Bela Shah. I am the owner and founder of brand Be Diva, and we create handcrafted semi-precious jewelry and jewelry scarves. So I have been a homemaker turned entrepreneur, and I have been in this industry since 12 years now. And just last year, I formed my own brand by the name where we give the artisans a platform to showcase their products. So we retail through various designer stores like Global Desi and Talki Fashions. And basically, our jewelry is designed to enhance the diva amongst all of us. Our styles are young and vibrant, and it reflects the feeling of being made special and being treated like royalty. So we truly believe that there's a diva in all of us. I'd like to share my core belief in my life, and that is there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the way. And there's a very small cause which is the closest to my heart, and I'd like to share that with everybody, is that a momentum called Global Parli, where we have transformed the lives of, where we have adopted 100 villages in central Maharashtra, in the district of Parli, where we've transformed the lives of the farmers by increasing the incomes by 15 to 20 times by undertaking the fruit plantation drive. So this is a shout out to all the flow members, our friends, your family, whoever wants to contribute in this front, in the growth of our nation. For we truly believe that India lies in its villages, you know, and I also believe that true success begins the minute we start giving back. For ringing me out, thank you, Flow team. As far as my contribution towards Flow is concerned, I'm happy to be a part of the projects that you'll undertake for the upliftment of the underprivileged. Thank you, Flow, for giving me this opportunity to present myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Bela. Thank you so much. Deepali said.
Thank you, Malu, and thank you, lovely ladies, for FICCI Flow, past presidents and new members, for this fabulous opportunity to speak to all of you. There's so much of talent here, and you're just hearing the last 5 ladies and being invited for filter coffee and undiyu on the one hand. On the other hand, being able to contribute to the upliftment of villages in Maharashtra is truly inspiring. I've been in a very different profile from the ones you've heard so far. I've been a corporate sector person for the last 28 years, 8 years in sales and marketing, and then in human resources. I was with RBS as the country head of HR in my last role. After, you know, lots of firsts, being the first woman in Procter & Gamble chosen as a guinea pig, you know, at age 26, I was leading a team of 13 men, all, you know, solid, mushtanda looking men reporting into me. I didn't know the first thing about leadership. So I'm very, very grateful to life and the opportunities that it has thrown to me for leadership, for change, for growth as an individual, and also to an excellent family support, both from my husband and my parents and sister. I come from an army background, did 12 schools in, you know, 12 years and so on and so forth. I think a lot of the experiences that we go through really help us grow. And I'm really proud and happy and privileged to be part of FICCI Flow. Very new member, haven't done much for FICCI, but I'm hugely into women's empowerment. I'm a certified coach as well from the American Coaching Federation and from Gallup. And for the last 7 years, I've been providing pro bono coaching to women leaders. Would love to extend that to anybody who's interested here. Would also be able to give you career advice for those of you who are interested in corporate sector or social sector careers. After my 28-year journey in the corporate sector, I decided to give back. And I'm recently now working with Ashoka University. It's India's first liberal arts and sciences privately funded university on the lines of the Ivy Leagues, helping the founders developing their strategy and their people areas. I'm also an independent director on 3 boards, UTI AMC, DFM Foods, which is acquired by Advent International, US-based private equity firm, as well as, Centrum Financial. So any help anybody needs in their career, in their, ability to negotiate and navigate through all the would be fabulous. And I think it's just, in terms of what I can do for Flow is limitless in terms of my own resources, my own time. I'm here to learn, observe, not really to take, but more to give, because it's in giving that we receive. I feel a huge connect with women all over the world. And I'm sure we will build great networks and connections amongst all of you hugely talented and superb ladies. Thank you so much, Malu and others, for this opportunity. All the best. Stay safe and healthy, ladies.
Thanks, Deepali. Deepali and I are neighbors. I think I got to know you more today than I have in the past few years. So thank you so much, Deepali. So thanks. Next is Jaya Lakhotia.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Jaya, and I'm a pastry chef by profession. So my story started when I am from Calcutta and from New Delhi, now married in Bombay. So I did my philosophy honors from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi. And soon after, I found my calling in the culinary arts. That is when I went to Singapore to do a course in baking and pastry. After coming back, one fine day, I was in the mall shopping and I got a call from my best friend's mother asking me if I wanted to marry him. And that is when things just went spirally in a very different direction than I had imagined. In 40 days, I was engaged and married, and I moved to Bombay. And my mother-in-law and I started Sukrarush, which is my brand. And we are an eggless kitchen. The reason I started off talking about how she proposed and how we started our work is because I feel she has had a very, very strong backing to give me to start my journey as an entrepreneur. And I think I've reached places where I didn't imagine myself to. Just 9 months ago, I had a baby boy and she wanted to start selling gelato and set up a machine to give out as his birth announcement. And that is when we started our own gelateria. We wanted to open a shop, but because of this whole pandemic happening, I think things went in a different direction. But things in my life have happened in a very, very fast pace before I could keep up. But it's always been a very fun journey. Another reason why I started speaking like this was because I felt a woman helped empower me to become an entrepreneur. And I feel being a part of FICCI, I would like to give back to a lot of women in a way to help empower them to reach places where I feel a lot of us don't think of reaching, or we don't think our potential is. But if we have the correct backing in life, if somebody helps empower us, we can reach much higher places. So that's all I just want to say about myself. I'm a pastry chef and now I'm making gelato. And how I want to help FICCI is basically by participating in programs of women empowerment, because that's a cause I feel very, very closely about. Because I don't feel it's always in the underprivileged areas or in villages that we need to go and empower people. I've seen that with a lot of friends, with a lot of peers, that somebody needs a push. And I feel that that is also empowering somebody. So that is a cause I feel very closely about. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaya.
Karishma Wadhwa, the second talent. Please show us, talk about that too. So, off to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Malu and team, for this wonderful opportunity. So first of all, a namaskar to my lovely FICCI Flow Parivar. I'm a Sindhi girl, born and brought up in Chennai. So a big vanakkam to all my Tamil speaking friends out here. So, எல்லாருமே சௌக்கியமா இருக்கிறீங்களா? நல்லா இருக்கிறீங்களா வீட்ல? வீட்டுல உட்காரணும், எங்கேயும் போக கூடாது. எங்கேயும் போனானா மாஸ்க் போட்டு தான் போனோம். மாஸ்கோட காம மாதிரி போகாதீங்க, மாஸ்கோட போனா. இதுக்கு மேல தமிழ் பேசலாம்னா நீங்க செல்ஃபி எடுத்துட்டு பின்னாலே வந்துடுவீங்க. So that's enough Tamil for now. Everyone will run behind me with a slipper now. So just to give you a base, yeah, I'm from Chennai, and then yeah, as you all know me, I'm an artist, but I have traveled a lot. I tried my hand at the corporate sector, but just didn't work. I was working with the Sheraton Group for a while. I tried studying, giving my MBA and things, but it just didn't work. I put it all aside, and art kept coming all through in my life. At various stages, everything else I took a back seat, but art kept coming back. So that's how art is the front seat of my my journey. Another, along with this, we stayed in Hyderabad for 2.5 years, and then I moved to Bangalore, and then we came to Bombay. Mumbai has given me a lot, I could say. So I have been a marathon runner, ran a couple of marathons in Mumbai. And along with that, I am also a qualified yoga teacher, a fashion designer, is all these qualifications I got in Bombay. And along with this, my husband set up his own company here, which is Expert Source Global Services Private Limited, where it's a BPO service, where we provide credit collections for clients in US. So we work the US hours. I'm on the board and the owner of the company. I take care of the CSR initiatives of the company. Recently, we just did a project where amidst this COVID in Tirunelveli, which is a village down south, we got to know that there is a lot of problems there. So we tried to help out as many as we could, with their necessities and various things. So this is the initiative which I take care of with our organization. And now coming to my journey in art. So like every other child growing up, you are sent to classes after school hours, some sports, some fitness, some health, something. But for me, school was the education part of it. The rest, after school hours, it was satsang. It was mandatory that every evening I have to attend 1.5 hours of satsang. Sunday morning, 6 o'clock was wake up time to go for satsang. And most of the hours were, writing down what you learned in satsang, distributing those notes. Education was only what was happening in school. So that's where, a spiritual base was set in my life. While through college, everybody was partying, I was attending different satsangs. So that's about my journey. And the spiritual aspect, was very deep rooted in my life. And as life took on, I found that spirituality is a very personal space, which I could connect through to my painting. The more I painted, the more I went, connected to myself and my soul. I started teaching painting to kids, and I found absolutely, I have no professional training in painting and art, but I took it as a very therapeutic, personal, learning experience. I have seen children who have been extremely scared, and they would draw only buildings, burning buildings and things like that. And then eventually with art, it completely transformed them as a person. Even today, 6 years earlier, the kids which I have taught, their parents come up to me and they tell me that, the kind of art which you taught them has really transformed them, and they are completely different people. So this has been my journey, and my art, the one work which you can see behind me, is a process. It's a series which I work on, which is called Opus. Opus being a cityscape is what it is, but it's I could say it's a riot of colors. because life is so colorful. I bring in a lot of colors into my work. It's more on a, it gives you the vibe you feel when you enter a new city, a place, or probably your home. You know, each one would want to come and view it with a different, with their own experiences. That's the beauty of about my work. That's what I like about this journey. And a big thanks to all the wonderful Flow members who have been supporting me in my art journey all through. Anu, Malu, Sonia, Minali, Renu, Swati, and I'm just running short of names there. Everybody has been extremely supportive with my art journey, and I'm extremely grateful to you all. So, and along with this, if Flow could also do some art events, like you're doing various other events, it, you know, in promoting art, and, you know, we could also, the proceeds could be a part of the various Flow activities which you all are doing for the underprivileged and things. It would be really nice. And along with that, what I could do for Flow is, Flow members know my strengths, and I'll be more than happy. Women's health and hygiene is something which I'd love to work with. And if we can take that ahead, it'll be great. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all. A little 2 lines about my work from experiences of life. कुछ रंग बह गए, कुछ रंग एक दूसरे में मिल गए, कुछ रंग इस तरह से मिले कि अलग ही एक पहचान छोड़ गए. Thank you, one and all.
Thanks. Thanks, Karishma. That was good. And we're going to take you up on the art events. Maybe you should lead that for us this year. Thank you. We will go to Mona Contractor. I think Kushnuma is joining us a bit later, so we will go with Mona. Mona, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. And it is so motivating and encouraging always to hear from all the Flow members. So thank you so much for giving me this platform. I mean, sometimes I feel that, oh my God, these ladies are so colorful, and, you know, I am just a normal travel agent or tour operator. But anyway, I was checking with Malu. She wanted me to get a little funny. So I said, okay, I'll get a little conceited, maybe make everybody laugh. But my journey is very simple. I just love travel. I love art. I love culture. I love India, and I love my country. So that's how I got into tourism, because that was the best way to explore. And that love is still continues, though it doesn't pay me these days because it's pandemic. But anyway, so I started my journey as an entrepreneur in tourism from past now almost 10 years. And before that, I used to work for somebody. And usually people ask me a question, why did you call your company Merge? Okay. So this name also came, I'm somebody who lives in the now. So I didn't think about starting this, but when I went to the mountains, when I was taking my sabbatical, it was beautiful to merge with the existence where I was in Sikkim in this place called Lachung. So I said, shit, this is like amazing. And that's how the name Merge came in. And because I love art, I love architecture, I love designs, and I love all these things that our country gives, my tours are mainly focused on these things that I can provide to people and professionals as well who are experts in these fields. So that's what I mainly do, you know, and give consultation and advice for things like that. I'm now going to start a special program in my company, which is called the Spiritual Sojourn. So people like me, I mean, I love luxury. I'm a sucker for good hotels, boutique hotels that give, like, you know, absolutely comfort to people. So I'm going to introduce that, because I think pilgrimage is something which is very understated in our country, but we can still do it very well, provide them. So this is what I'm going to do. And the other things that, apart from running this company, my I always hire people, are mainly women, because I also prefer women who have they may be single or married, but they have to be responsible to take care of their family, because only when the responsibility comes in, that's what I've observed, they do the work properly. So these are the women I work with. That is my little bit of women empowerment. The other things I'm really passionate about is environment and education. So I do a lot with an organization and contribute over there as in kind as well. The other thing that I do is I'm qualifying myself to be a coach, and I do pro bono coaching for people as of now. So I still don't have my certification because I need to complete 100 hours. So after that, I'll get it. So I do that. And I also write. So I write for this portal called Mind Makers, which is a Houston-based portal. And I write about cultural aspect of our country. So that's what I feel passionate about. And my work, I must say, is just an extension of how I feel about generally in life. From Flow, I learned a lot from the senior people, whom I met, and as to how to be, I mean, I sometimes wonder how do they multitask and, do so many things at a time. And the other thing is that anything that Flow wants me to do with my work or whatever, I'll be happy to do it. I look forward to, I really got intrigued with Bela's suggestion that, filter coffee and undiu. So I said, filter coffee, let Bela make and I'll get the undiu because even I'm a good Jew. And yeah, the others, like, I mean, it's just amazing to meet these women. So thank you very much. And I'm always available for any pro bono consultation if anybody or any of your family wants. So let me know. And I look forward to more Flow meetings like these. Thank you so much for giving me this platform.
Thank you, Mona. Monisha?
Hi, can you hear me? Hi, this is Monisha. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. First, shout out to Karishma. I just loved it that you spoke in Tamil because I'm missing Tamil so much. I'm also from Chennai, a Sindhi, but basically from Chennai. I love Mumbai, but I just enjoyed hearing your little speech in Tamil. I think before I start off about my journey and about our business, this morning I read something by Swami Vivekananda, which I feel sort of sums up my association with FICCI Flow. So I thought I'll start with that. It says that a raindrop from the sky is when caught by clean hands, is pure enough for drinking. If it falls in the gutter, its value drops so much that it can't be used even for washing. The drop is the same, but its existence and worth depends on whom it's associated with. So I think, being associated with FICCI and being in the right company, I think it means a lot in terms of networking and collaborating these days. I'm Monisha Gidwani, have been in Mumbai for the last now 25 years, but I'm basically from Chennai born and bred and worked. And we have a brand called Vimonisha, which is sort of a blend of my parents. My mother is Vimal, my father was Moti, and I'm Monisha. It started off as a small entrepreneurship business, and it basically stands for women empowerment and women entrepreneurs, because over the years, I would say last 30 years, we have given a platform to many women all over the country in terms of exhibitions and shows that we have hosted all through the years, primarily to designers and jewelers all across the country. I joined the business after my career in marketing in the corporate world. I'm an MBA with a specialization in marketing and a strong sort of, bent towards consumer behavior. So I worked in various companies from the Arvind Mills to Zodiac to Foster's Beer. And when I had my babies, I joined the business. And we took it further in terms of introducing and offering brand promotions, retail management, and a host of other services, marketing services to our designers. Today, most of it was offline for a lot of years, but over the last 10 years, we took a lot of it online in terms of digital marketing and media. And I do have to say that now with the pandemic, I find that there is certainly a need for all our clients to go online. So we've been helping a lot of our designers and our associates to actually reach out to clients through database marketing, through WhatsApp and SMSs, as well as Insta ads, and teaching them the ropes of how to actually go online. And because of this, I do find that our market for our own consulting business has expanded. I mean, I see over here right now with the array of ladies and different services that they offer. And I do find that a lot of people from different fields reach out to us now, whether it's salons opening, beauticians, coaches, management people, fitness coaches, restaurants. So it's sort of widened the whole base of our scope, because in business consulting and brand consulting, it's not only fashion as it was for the last 30 years, but it's also moved to other services. So I'm available to FICCI members to reach out in terms of their consumer marketing needs. Understanding and studying consumer behavior has always been a passion with me. Right from when I was a school and college kids, I would just sit in a little coffee shop or maybe in a shop and just observe how people buy in terms of buyer behavior. So I think that is my area of expertise, and I'm happy to help anybody who's willing to talk. Thank you so much, Malu and the whole FICCI team for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, Monisha.
Keep it everything here then.
Falguni, can you put yourself on mute, please? Next is Radhika. Radhika Batra.
Can you hear? Girls, I'm audible?
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening. So I'm thinking I need a lot of chai with so much of energy, inspiring and motivational stories. Thank you, Flo, for this lovely diet. So let's get started. And you thought tea was just chai. Well, in my world, tea is more and beyond. Tea is white, and let me show you some. It relaxes and calms. Tea is green. It revs up your metabolism. Tea is oolong. It energizes. Tea is black. It stimulates your mind, body, and soul. And tea is kisan, which are made of herbs, fruits, and flowers. So welcome to my little world of fine teas and whatnot. My name is Radhika Batra Shah. Media calls me its most celebrated tea sommelier, and I'm highly blessed and honored. But friends call me with a lot of love chai wali, and I love that. And this is much before the PM comes into the picture, okay? So, yeah. So anyways, my story started typically like all Indian kids in the 90s while growing up. Channel Vision, done my MBA and got into the leading corporates of the world. I worked with McCann Erickson in advertising. It ranks amongst the top 5 agencies in the world. Thereon, I worked with the Tatas. I was a part of Tata Retail, which started a West Side stores way back then. And I was its youngest and most promising marketing manager. I reported to the likes of Noel Tata, Simon Tata. And one fine day, after spending 5 years in the corporate world, I left it simply for the love of tea. So my name is Batra Shah. I'm a Panju, married into a Panju, not a Gujju Shah. And we are known in the family to do crazy things where we leave our thriving careers. And somehow I knew that the entrepreneurial bug was there. And it was very innate because dad was in the Navy, a captain who came back from the Orient with beautiful teeth. And that was a ritual while growing up. Mom made the most awesome chai. And a lot of interesting stories and life decisions, including my marriage, happened over a cup of chai. In fact, my brother Ritesh Batra wrote his finest story, Lunchbox, over loads of chai and Parle Ji. So yeah, so that's how my story began. 2006, I started this humble store in Bandra on Pali Hill, in Kart Road, sorry. And it was called Teacup. The idea then was to spread the charms of teas. When the world was still talking chai, I was 2 steps ahead talking organic, biodynamic, sustainable teas. 2006, that was. And the mission here was that how do I convert my customers and the audience walking into this little pretty store and, you know, introduce them to these wonderful leaves without getting intimidated. Because imagine 200 teas around you and you walk in when you're still talking chai and discovering green teas. Way back then, I also had a little daughter and with a toddler and so I went to the remotest plantations of the world because I discovered and decided that not always an education in a classroom like my past MBA would get me the knowledge I wanted. I came across the finest of tea plantation owners who told me that Radhika, if this is your passion, remember one thing, that women have the greatest of senses. So So you're never going to be having a problem to get into this business. And I've never ever got into, a venture with the domestic part of our country, because all the premium garden owners only believe in exporting because that's where the business is. After 3 years of learning with the best gardens of the world, that's how Teacup started. Anyways, I saw failure very soon in business and I had to shut shop because of landlord problems. But by then, Teacup had become very famous. Media started writing about us and customers were coming from all corners into our humble store. It was a complete tea story, from tea leaves to tea accompaniments to tea food and a tea ceremony island where I actually performed the ceremony. Typically, China and Japan has a ceremony, a ritual where they introduce the tea, but I wanted to do it in my Desi version, where obviously the Indians love to chat and discover, and that's what I did, introducing each leaf to the customer. Soon enough, when the store shut, I saw that my first failure within the first year of business was not going to demotivate me. With the help of my husband's support, I spearheaded and I'm grateful that that springboarded me to where I am today. Today, Radhika's Fine Teas and Whatnot is the only Indian brand which is organic, sustainable, which means that even if we can do conventional teas, we do not do that. We work with gardens which are dedicated to our brand in Darjeeling and Assam. We work with small batch teas across the world, from China to Sri Lanka to Turkey to Greece. Be it a wedding, we set up tea bars. Be it a corporate, we set up tea bars for your offices, where we plan tea every quarterly in terms of the month, the year, your moods, your feelings, etc. Because in my story, every leaf has a purpose of well-being and benefit, and every tea resonates feelings. So if you're feeling low, I know what tea to recommend. It's like a diagnosis, or you could call it a tea doctor. Anyways, I am also a certified tea sommelier, and I've been upgrading my skills over the past decade with the leading schools of the world. I've also been invited to speak about my journey with the NYU and other universities of the world. In 2013, I was invited by the Godrej Group, because every time I came to perform a tea appreciation program, the category would just rev up in sales. And that's how the brand Radhika's Fine Teas and Whatnot began. It was a lineup of 12 types of teas, and we sold all across India. And currently, we also are online with Amazon, Nykaa, Flipkart, and many more. We supply to fine dining restaurants. And we're also a company which is small, but okay, just the last one. We're also the only Indian company which is selling internationally and being chosen by the Kempinski Group of Hotels, which is quite an honor. What I can do for Flow, I have just joined last year and I'm still discovering and learning a lot. I've been privileged to meet great ladies here, from Malu to Lubina to Monica, who actually introduced me to Flow, to dear Anu, and many more, Sonia. What I could do for Flow is that I could help you with my tea appreciation programs whenever you have something big coming up. I could offer you my amazing collection of tea leaves. I write great content and copy, and with my marketing experience over so many years, I would be of help in communication and marketing. And what I would need Flow's help for, in terms of, we now at the stage where we're looking at growing big, and we will look at seed funding, we're looking at mentoring, we're looking at help with distribution. So yeah, that's all.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Radhika. We'll have another session with you for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have 4 more to go. We will start with Suchitra. Hari.
I seem to be a baby entrepreneur between the stalwarts of entrepreneurs here. So let me just tell you that whatever I do is just out of my passion of being or doing something like this. I became Bach flower practitioner, and Bach, inspired by homeopathy, are flower extracts which work on emotional and mental needs. I am one of the 5 trainers in India which are licensed to take Bach remedy courses in India. I'm soon going to be teaching in UAE and Sri Lanka. So I give certified courses from Bach Center UK. And that is what I do. And the online market has opened up quite a bit for me, because now the courses run online. And what are the kind of people who are learning this from me? So people who are in the mental health, who are counselors, psychologists, people who are working with behavioral issues, people who have these kind of people are the ones who are learning and adding it as a skill. And that is what I do. So, you know, I can engage about how batch remedies work. I think it is a more thing that I should take offline to explain how batch remedies work. What is it I can do? And let me tell you how I have been with how flow journey has been. So before I did this out of my passion, I have spent 14 years with two organizations, CRISIL and National Stock Exchange. The last one being that I was heading their NSE Academy, which is a 100% owned subsidiary of NSE. So that are my two positions, which I was doing before I wanted to do something for my passion. So any entrepreneur or anything Vicky wants to do in financial literacy, I think I'm better suited because I've seen that, done that many number of times from both the organizations. So that is something that I would be more than happy, because that is my forte, because I'm a qualified chartered accountant as well. So that is something that I can help Vicky do. And I think that's about it. And what am I looking for myself? Any collaborations in the span of 1 year? I have already trained more than 100 people, and that I think is an amazing thing for me to achieve in a span of years. So that is where I'm looking. Anybody who is in the, you know, similar space is where I can collaborate. People of same genre is where I think I would need Vicky's help from. So that is where I'm looking at. And any other questions about batch remedies, how they help, how they are, you know, so natural and safe for mental health is something that I can completely take. I don't want to shoot out, you know, more than 3 minutes, because I want others to talk also. And I can always connect individually to anybody who's interested to know more about it.
Thank you so much, Suchitra. We have Sonali Khanna. Sonali, 2 minutes for you.
Thank you so much. Good evening to all the listeners, and thank you, Malu and Team Flow, to give me this opportunity to speak to this informed gathering, and especially to women industrialists, business women, entrepreneurs who are by nature essentially innovators, because we need to understand that industrialization is led by innovators, and new ideas, market strategies, new inventions, trends, work ethics and technologies are all part of the game. And they are fired by this scientific inquiry and the spirit of inquiry, which is so typical of women. They are better equipped to find solutions to problems, challenges, and have an integrated problem solving approach. And that's what's, you know, the different part of it, which makes us multitaskers and way better in terms of adapting. So we have few role models and we have less of mentoring. That's something which I would say that people at this forum need to understand, that, you know, you have less of women role models. We need to reach out to each other, as all of y'all are saying, that we, you know, women need to support women for dramatic results, which is always the case. And basically mentoring is an attitude which is present with women. We should take advantage of that. So in mid 20th century, it was said that if you educate one woman, she educates at least 2 households and her children and the families of her children, which is so true. So women, I feel, have a destined role to play. So they are homemakers, and also in the 21st century, they are working outside. So they are leading industrialists, scientists, doctors, and in the commercial world, they're all out in all financial fields, in the fields of fashion, media, and all these ideas are the ones which are, you know, leading the market forces and society. And we need to understand that even bringing up children and, you know, showing them lifestyle, health, and basically bringing them up, showing them avenues of career and educating them in a good way is the biggest task, and that's why we all make a difference. So coming to, well, myself, I'm always there for Flow, and it's been a wonderful experience to connect with such experienced people. And, you know, I'm ready to help in whichever capacity I can for any of the members. And I'll not take too much time on that. But I have lived in the city for almost now more than 15 years, being from, I mean, you know, starting from a Delhiite and being from a bureaucratic, you know, IAS defense background, to have studied in Karnataka and then now Mumbai. So life's been all over the country. So yes, and you know, from all languages have helped me, from say Hindi, English, Punjabi to Kannada first, and now Marathi. So I have also devoted all my energies to the service of people of different marginalized sections of society, especially the underprivileged, and more the children who are specially abled. I'll be coming to that when I speak about my education and my work profile, and more so from people coming from remote areas, the tribals, and a lot of our public health work has been done in those aspects. So, and my focus also has been to create awareness amongst, you know, school children and adolescents, to create that awareness among certain environmental and public health issues, which I think is the need of the hour today, even as we face this pandemic. And that's where the advancement of society lies as a whole. So we become a more value-based society rather than a, you know, a consumer-based one. And also we have to, you know, integrate our approaches to make sure that this generational equity is maintained. So I think women have always had a pivotal role, and they've been at the forefront of all these societal work. And they are basically the change agents or the harbingers of change as well. And of course, the innovators. So, and where we're heading today in the middle of, say, the 21st century, they are also critical earning members. So basically, I'm a dental surgeon and practicing dental surgeon. So cosmetic, aesthetic, implant dentistry and all of that. But, and I was also, you know, I thought, how do I put all these things together so I can possibly, you know, don different hats for you. So on one side, I am like a dental surgeon who's a practicing dental surgeon and all the clinical things that go with it. And then I'm also a very avid environmental activist. So where it comes to working for national organizations regarding environmental awareness, school children awareness, and science organizations, especially for women empowerment and women scientists, and for girls taking up careers in science, maths, and you know, basic sciences. So I've done a lot of work for the government, as well as, of course, a lot of NGOs. And I'm also an associate professor. So as part of the academic work, I'm a PhD, so MDS, PhD, and I've done my hospital management and my medical legal law, which helps me balance all the different projects that I take on from a very, you know, bird's eye view in short, and, you know, like a perspective where you consider the whole situation as a whole. And being on the PhD board of the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences really now has helped me bring about a lot of change in terms of the policy making and the recommendations that we put up for orienting research to be very, you know, practical. So basically bring the lab innovations to the common man, which is what is the need of the hour, because still our, you know, till our attempts, till our efforts are not applicable to the poorest patient, they don't make sense anymore. And of course, I'm a certified clinical researcher, having done the certificate course in clinical research. And we're also heading the Metal Ions International Series, which is an international chain. So that is all about, yeah, environmental awareness, etc. And of course, the Samaritan part takes over in all charitable activities. So I'll be happy to lend all whatever possible help I can to Flow. And even during this lockdown phase, I have participated in a lot of webinars and given a lot of press interviews regarding how people can cope with the situation, and parents, children, of how they can avoid the evil effects of the pandemic with the physical health and mental health. So that's been my struggle last 4 months, but it's been very fruitful. So thank you all for your time, and thank you, Malu, once again, and Team Flow.
Thank you. Thanks, Upasna. Hey, please don't go.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up in 5 minutes, so please stay on.
I know. I feel like I'm back in school. Like when it's a roll call, I'm always the last one. But I can't change my name now, so so yeah. So I'll keep it short. I'll make it fast. I know it's way past 6:30. So thank you, Malu. Thank you, Rubena, for this opportunity, and thank you, Anu, who got me introduced to Ficky Flow. So I'll keep it quick. So I'm an IM grad, and I've been working in the financial services space for most part of it. So I've worked with banks. I've spent few years working on the FX and interest rate trading side. I moved to the fintech space a couple of years back, and started my own fintech startup last year. Have been mentoring a couple of fintechs. And I'm also on the BSc course advisory committee, basically where we help them launch industry relevant courses for the financial professionals. Also, I have recently started blogging and I write mostly about the financial markets. And so I think I should start sharing with this wonderful group soon. I think maybe I'll say why I am at Wikiflow. I think so far, looking at the events and the participation, I feel one is I think I'm one of the youngest members here. And of course, I got a lot to learn from all, the cumulative experience of all of you wonderful women out there. And also I feel, that I was always, being in a certain kind of social circle, like my husband is in IIT and I am from IIM. So you're generally in that same IIT IIM group. So in this group, I think it is very refreshing for me to see a people from different varieties of life, a lot of women doing, a multitude of things. And, so this is very refreshing and for me and this platform and the wonderful events that Malu and Lubena has been lining up for us. So, getting to learn about things and getting exposed to things maybe you wouldn't have thought of, or maybe which is something outside of what you generally do. So, and I think what I want to contribute at Wikiflow is maybe I want to quote a small thing. So I was just recently watching an HBO documentary on Warren Buffett. So he grew up in 1930s. And he said, my sisters were equally smart, but they never had the opportunity which I had. And, thanks to women rights movement of 1960s, 70s, today we as women have choices, like freedom to make our choices, freedom to choose our careers and everything. So I believe, we owe it a lot to those women because of whom today we have these opportunities. And I think through Flow, I want to pass it on to the next generation of women entrepreneurs who are coming up and help them support. Because today also women entrepreneurs are not treated as equal. When they go to raise funding, they're asked questions that what will happen to your business once you get married, once you have kids. So they are never taken seriously. So I think it's on us to help a lot of women entrepreneurs out there, and we owe it to the women before us. Thank you.
Thank you, Upasna. I know we ran out of time, but if this is not inspiration, I don't know what is. Just want to let you know that we've started a page under the Facebook where all of you can promote your business on a regular basis. You just have to go join the group, and then please use that effectively. Last but not the least, thank you, Kiran, the founding member. If you had not started this, none of us would be around here. Also, Vinita, Pragnya, Bela, Renu, Sucheta, Renu, Falguni, Milani, Swati, Monica, Anu, Neelam Vignani, Jyoti Karmakar, and Geeta Tolia. These are members who've been around for a very, very long time. Thank you so much for all the support and laying a very strong foundation. So thank you so much. It was a fabulous session meeting all the members, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.